What up, everybody? We just had an awesome podcast with Jason and Brandon about company culture. Make sure you go check it out if you missed it. It was yesterday, so go check it out on YouTube, on the Facebook page, WHOA GNV podcast Facebook page, all that good stuff. And of course on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, and everywhere else it is. I don't even know where it's at this point. But we had a couple more questions that we wanted to get answered by these guys while they were here, because I know that they're very busy and we're never going to be able to get them in here again.
There's some truth in it.
Look at Jason.
Especially this early.
Let's hope not. We definitely want to get you guys back, because that was a ton of fun, and what a great subject, right? So I have one question around company culture that I wanted to ask again that I didn't get answered. What business out there do you guys look up to when it comes to company culture? You're like, man, that company has such a great culture. You know, you aspire to it.
Wow. There's so many. Honestly, Colin, yours. I'll never forget this. I was at, I can't remember what the event was, but I do remember this. There was like a cavalcade, I don't even know if that's a word. There was like a huge convoy of scooters just going down the street with all these NS4L, all these NS4L flags on the back of them. You probably remember this. And we were sitting there, we were doing whatever it was at that event, and I said, now that dude gets it. And I said, the first time I met you, it was about a year and a half or so ago, I said, I got to have lunch with this dude, because this dude, he's got it going on. Now you got podcasts, and I don't own a scooter, but I would buy a scooter just because of the way that you promote. It's as easy as that. It's just getting my way to a free scooter. Like, no, but seriously, you get it. You have a very fun environment to work in. From a global standpoint, Google, I just love their culture. It's very free. It's very communal. They do a lot of things around their office, and we know it's not just you said it earlier that you can't just manufacture culture, but it seems like they buy into it. It's one of the best places to work. Apple, some of the most admired companies, and they have success because of it. I think their cultures are very free-form in idea. They give power to ideas. They give power to people's opinions. So those are some of the most admired companies for me.
Well, I'll round robin some shout outs here then. So I'm gonna shout back and say that Maple Street Biscuit Company has an absolutely incredible culture. You spoke of it so well today, man, but I've been to Maple Street Biscuit Companies in other cities, and you guys are killing it at consistency. I walk in and it's a warm culture. They're great environments, and people love to be in places that they enjoy being in. The presence, the lighting, the flooring, the tables.
Very family atmosphere. I like that a lot too.
It can host so many different, you mentioned hosting like church events and things like that. The fact that you open up your space to that is amazing. I heard about a jam session that happened at the one on Archer Road recently. It was an after hours jam session with a couple people just sitting down singing and playing instruments together. The fun nature of all the questions and the consistency of the branding, the experience, it's all such a beautiful thing that represents a core value-centered, mission-living type of culture. So I just want to commend
He's just trying to get more biscuits, bro.
With
that's another dozen for you.
If he brings a couple extra today, that wouldn't be a problem.
That's another dozen. Is there somebody like a larger company that, like, I'm thinking more like corporate America. Is there somebody that you're just like, man, they've got it together?
You know, I've never stayed at a Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
But the thing that I love, have you ever stayed there?
Heard of it.
Yeah, I stayed there once.
Have you stayed there?
Yeah.
Have you stayed there?
Twice.
I have not stayed at one, but I have heard incredible things about their culture.
Think about a brand that by the majority of people is only known by what is said about it.
Right.
Yeah.
The majority of people have not stayed at one, but the way it's perceived and felt just because of its reputation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an incredible culture that exists.
We actually stole something from them that we use here. Now, they have this policy where, like, they can take care of any problem as long as it's under $2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, every team member is empowered to just fix the problem.
Yeah.
And we actually incorporated that. Now, it's not $2,000 here at New Scooters Life, but it's $200. You know, like I've told my team, like, look, if you can make the call and you can do it within $200 and it empowers you to just make the decision, then make the decision, you know, and know that your team has your back and that this company has your back. So, I've never stayed at one, but I've definitely heard incredible things from, like, realizing that there wasn't a handicap, like, a pathway out to the beach and like overnight, like making one for a guest.
Yeah.
I mean, just like
Wow.
crazy things.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely heard tons of incredible things about it.
And the last one I'd have to give a shout out to, and this is really for everybody on my team because we have a lot of Disney fans
Yeah.
at FOS.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, this is a
Disney.
company that from the ground up, that every aspect along the way is perfected and planned and decided to be perfect for that ultimate customer experience. And the culture that surrounds that and the joy and the fun is something that just permeates through the
I don't know if
How to keep
anybody-
that crazy place so clean?
Dude, I don't know how.
amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the company's perfected the ultimate customer experience
Yeah, absolutely.
in my opinion. So
No doubt.
those are great examples. Ty, do you have one? Any?
You know, I think when I said earlier in Vegas, marquee nightclubs, just the customer experience with the different, you know, atmospheres at different locations, different, you know, guest lists, the way they basically make you feel as VIP as it gets, even if you're, you know, not. It's just it's really cool. But you know, I like it sports teams in general too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an Oakland Raiders fan, so you know, that's like on the other side of things. They haven't done it correctly for a long time, and now that they're moving to Las Vegas, they're, you know, kind of getting it together. It's almost like a rebranding of sorts, and you couldn't pick a better place than Las Vegas for someone to kind of have that chance to kind of rebrand themselves to the world. So I'm always kind of picking and choosing little things, but you know, there's so many out there.
You mentioned this idea that at different locations they have different experiences.
Yeah.
Another brand that came to mind from that is Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Cirque du Soleil has an incredible culture about it. I went to one down in Mexico. My wife and I went on our first Mexican trip last year, and I went to one called Hoya. And the entire experience from walking in the door to walking out the door, every single aspect branded and saturated with culture. The menu that they gave you of the food you'd be choosing and eating that evening, you could eat the menu. You picked. They were like, yeah, go
Wow.
ahead and eat. You eat the menu. You know, you come out, the steak and the like potatoes and things like are branded with the logo on top. When they came out, they said this is a great story for dessert. And you opened up as this book, and inside the book was all the different desserts.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
cool.
really cool.
All right, so I want to ask you a Gainesville question. When you're not eating Maple Street, what's your favorite restaurant?
Depends on what diet I'm on at that time. My wife's got me on this crazy keto diet right now. I'll probably, by the time this airs, I'll probably be off of it. But no, local. There's some great local restaurants here in Gainesville. The first one I'm going to mention is not local at all, but I like Bolé a lot. It's like the healthier version of Chipotle, how they just allow you to fix your bowls together. But on a local standpoint, Grill Fresh is very, very, very good. I love Civilization. I love that just that natural food and that natural selection of the menu that they have there. Public in general. I really like to eat local. I don't really like to eat a whole bunch of chain stuff. So yeah, Public in general is good. While we're on that side of town, you know, everybody loves pizza, right? So love Satchel's. I don't get to go over there that much because I live all the way out in Newberry, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to get over there. That's a 45 minutes, an hour drive, and then you got to wait another hour for the food because it's so good. So yeah, those are some of my favorites.
That's the boxing gym telling us that we're done. It happens every morning.
I'm gonna knock you out.
We did 9:20. They definitely don't like to wait. They're like, you're done. What about you, man? Favorite restaurant?
Root and Pecker,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Blue Agave, great
Yeah.
Mexican place here in town. Las Margaritas, Manuel's Vintage Room,
Yeah.
Emmanuel's downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard about a new Cuban place called La Cocina de Abuela,
Yeah.
grandmother's kitchen.
Nailed that, by the way.
Looking forward to that. I got a Latin heart.
Oh, I forgot. Cilantro taco. I eat there
there
at
it is.
least twice a month. And they're coming to Tioga.
Yeah, they're gonna be a
So I'm
neighbor.
like, do I eat a Maple Street or eat a cilantro taco? But
Yeah, there's so many great
cilantro
places.
taco's so good.
Cool. That's it for me, man. You got anything else?
Yeah, I got one last thing for both of them, but Brent in particular. So we've been kind of saying that 2018 seems to be like the year of the podcast. You know, there's podcasts popping up locally, internally, in businesses. What else are you starting to see trend-wise to kind of take us into the end of 2018, 2019 with
great question.
things businesses should be focusing on? I know I'm doing some stuff on voice search stuff, which podcasts obviously help with. What else do you kind of see moving forward?
Yeah, 2018, the year of the customer experience online, like I referred to before. If the brand is not presented consistently, it is presented without impact.
Yeah.
And when it is presented consistently, it presents itself with impact. It presents itself with influence. It presents itself with attraction. And that's what's really required to escape the sea of sameness, like we were talking about before. Video will continue to be a huge thing.
Yep.
People increasingly, for better or for worse, do not want to read. They want to see. They want to experience. And video is a part of that experience. And more, the death of the desktop
Yeah.
and the life of the mobile device. I remember the days when desktop was at 80%. Gone are those days.
Yeah.
Here are the days
Big
of
time.
80 to 90% mobile. A mobile first design perspective, we got to begin thinking more that way. If that's the truth, then why start with desktop?
Yeah.
Just because it makes defining the mobile experience better aesthetically, rock the aesthetic, figure out that mobile experience.
Are you guys like when you're designing a website for somebody, you're starting with that, like the mobile experience, and then you're like, what? All right.
We're beginning to shift that way.
Yeah.
Because we've got to figure out how we're going to serve those 90%. You can't
Right.
you can't focus on the 10. You've got to focus on the 90. That's
Wow.
I mean, just think about how that affects business. If 90% of your traffic, therefore 90% of your leads comes through that experience, then why would you focus 90% of your time on the 10?
So good.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Man, this is fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is great. Hey, again, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And Gainesville, we love you.
Yes.
Say bye to Gainesville.
Bye, Gainesville.
Gainesville.
And
See ya.
More biscuits.
we will see you next time. Bye.